Artificial intelligence is spreading like a massive infrastructure project, saturating the tools we use daily before we have a chance to opt in. Yet, if you ask Americans how they feel about this expansion, you won't hear a chorus of cheers. Most are openly worried about how fast these systems are evolving. There is a specific, acute fear at the center of this: the vulnerability of personal data. People are deeply protective of their privacy, and they're not convinced these systems will respect it. Despite industry narratives of progress, the baseline human reaction to AI remains defensive and highly suspicious. But in June 2026, Pew Research released a set of data that reveals a baffling contradiction in how we actually live. This maps our fears against our behavior. In 2024, 33% of US adults used chatbots. By 2026, adoption jumped to 49%. The intensity is striking. 24% of Americans now log in every single day. For millions of people, interacting with these systems has become a cycle that repeats from morning to night. This surge suggests that utility has started to outweigh trust. For many, the risk of falling behind in a fast-moving information environment feels more immediate than the risk of the technology itself. To understand why we've pushed past our anxiety, we have to look at what these millions of daily users are actually doing when they log in. Despite the hype, a mere 4% of users look to AI for companionship. The vast majority of activity happens at the top. 42% search for information, and 38% execute work tasks. ChatGPT leads with 44%, followed by Gemini and Copilot. These systems are designed for one thing: taking chaotic streams of raw data and snapping them into an ordered, usable format in seconds. The data reveals a pragmatic engine for optimizing professional labor and information retrieval, while the idea of a digital companion remains a statistical footnote. When you bring that level of optimization into a professional setting, it changes the way people value their own time. This chart weighs the impact on work. 30% of users report clear productivity gains, while only 5% feel the tools actually hinder their performance. This is functional integration, the point where a tool becomes so useful that our baseline emotional resistance starts to fade. The initial fears about data privacy haven't disappeared. They're just being drowned out by the immediate, tangible efficiency of getting a job done faster. In the battle between abstract fear and hours of time saved, pragmatic results tend to win. This isn't just happening to individuals, it's happening to society as a whole as we approach a significant demographic milestone. When a tool is adopted by 50% of a population, its status changes. It is no longer an experimental novelty or optional gadget. It becomes a structural requirement. At this scale, AI transitions from a competitive advantage to mandatory social and professional infrastructure. If you are the only one in your field not using these tools, you aren't just taking a stand. You are watching a blurred crowd of peers rush past you at a speed you can't match. Refusing to adopt AI is no longer a moral stance. It is a choice to operate inefficiently. This is the new normal. Navigating modern data environments without these tools is now a severe professional liability. Sheer economic necessity has become the primary driver of adoption, proving far more influential than trust or personal affection. The collective anxiety we felt at the start hasn't been cured. It has simply been assimilated into the daily grind. The profound unease regarding AI hasn't stopped its progress. It has just become the permanent, accepted background noise of modern labor.